Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
I've been in the danger zone.
He got a bath.
Minus 5 stars.
Mango.
Huh? Yeah, we got to use that.
Jeff Harvey.
How much is this guy weigh?
Play.
Play 21.
What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another very special edition of Am I Still on the Air? Yes, this is the first Am I Still on the Air of 2017. So that can only mean one thing. It's time to talk about the most anticipated movies of the year. Most anticipated list of 2017. We do it every year. We get the panel together and we break down what are we most excited for in the new year here, as far as movies go. So I'm super excited to do this. I'm joined today by my Red Dragons Assemble team. So what up to Peeps and Geeky Pat, y'all?
What up? What it do, my Neezy from another Meezy? Meezy?
Maleezy from
I'm sorry.
Maleezy?
Can we just do that whole thing over again?
No. We're too.
Okay.
We've gone too far.
Damn it.
So yeah, you know what it is. You come here. You know, Am I Still on the Air? Very specialized show here where we take a topic, we break it down, and we kind of do it up big style. And that's what we do here. We get the guest on, and we're going to be breaking down, like I said, most anticipated movies of 2017. We got our top 10 list compiled, and you know, we might have some honorable mentions joining the list too, depending on who's going. The way we'll do it is basically we'll kind of do our honorable mentions, and then like our 10 through 5, and you know, the person that's doing their list can give a little bit of a take on why this movie maybe landed on the spot that it is. If it's a movie that's on someone else's top 10, you know, we'll kind of refrain from getting into too much specifics. We'll just let people know I'm yet to get to that one. So, you know, we wanted to focus on the person that's given their 10 through 5, and then we'll go down from 5 to 1, working backwards towards our number one spot there. So that way we can kind of mix it up and not sticking on one person for too long doing their whole top 10. So I'm going to kick it off here with some honorable mentions, because I don't know if anybody else even bothered to put any together. But every year we, of course, got honorable mentions. Geeky Pat ain't got no time for that. But,
I got time for that.
You know, it's hard sometimes. I mean, we're talking about a whole year. You know, sometimes when we're talking about summertime, it's very easy to put a list together for summer movies. But this is the whole damn year. So, you know, you got to be... You know, there's a lot of movies we're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Triple X on Friday. You know, but you know, it's not going to make the list. But you know, when it comes down to it, there's going to be certain movies that don't quite hit that top 10, but they are movies that you're really looking forward to this year. So I got a couple here that I want to kind of run through some honorable mentions. The first one up I want to talk about is Alien Covenant. All right, so Alien Covenant for me squeaks in there. I was not really a fan of Prometheus very much. I was super excited about that one, but it kind of let me down. But I think they're going to get me back on this one. They're not dodging the fact that they're related to the Alien franchise anymore, and they put the alien in the title, and the first trailer was awesome. And I am super stoked to see what they do here with this newest incarnation of an Alien prequel. So Alien Covenant for me is the first entry here into honorable mentions. You guys, anybody else looking forward to Alien Covenant?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm huge Aliens and Predator fan. So yeah, man, I definitely want to. I'm definitely excited for that one. But I mean, the trailer though, even though it's like a Red Band trailer, didn't like blow me away. But you know, who knows, dude? It seems like it's going to give you that whole scary vibe, and that's what these movies are all about. So
was that a trailer or a teaser? Because I felt like I didn't see much. But I mean, I really like Peeps. It didn't blow me away, but I was like, I'm still excited to see it.
Yeah.
It was a full trailer. I mean, there was a green band and a red band, and I really liked the red band one. I mean, it showed some pretty cool shit. So, yeah. So we'll see there. Alien Covenant coming in next for me. Is my boy Rock Rolls. It's time for some rock. Of course, Jumanji squeaks in there for me. They just finished filming this one. You got The Rock. You got Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy. You got Jack Black, and you got Kevin Hart. this sounds like a great lineup here. Really interested to see how they take the old school Jumanji game and kind of update it for the new generation, so to speak. I feel like where they're going with this one is they're going to be playing a video game this time rather than a board game. I think this is all going to be inside of a video game. This is a sequel. This is not a remake. This is not a reboot. This is going to be a sequel to the Robin Williams film, so that gets me really excited too. And everything The Rock does is awesome, and he's got a great supporting cast in this one, so I'm looking forward to Jumanji. And I'm going to keep it going with The Rock, and I'm going to segue right into Baywatch as another honorable mention here.
Yep.
I'm looking super forward to Baywatch. We're going 21 Jump Street style here, rated R, raunchy version of the Lifeguard TV show with David Hasselhoff. We've only seen one full trailer. There's a new international trailer. It came out with a little bit of red band stuff in it, which was kind of cool. I'm looking forward to seeing another trailer come out, hopefully an American red band trailer, because I really want to see what they got in this thing. But I think it looks pretty damn funny. You got Zac Efron in there with them, a lot of hot chicks, and I think this is going to be pretty damn funny. So I'm looking forward to Baywatch. My next honorable mention is going to be the Power Rangers movie. I'm going to throw this one out there. At first, I was kind of like, man, they shouldn't do Power Rangers. They shouldn't really reboot this thing. But then the trailer came out, and I was like, okay, I like where they're taking this. They're trying to do this, like, chronicle type of, different take on the genre, and they're doing it in a more grounded superhero kind of way. I want to see more from it, because that one and only trailer that we've gotten for this thing doesn't really show much. We don't really see them fully transform. We haven't seen the Zords. We haven't seen Zordon. We haven't seen really anything else that goes into this. And the movie comes out in like 2 months. So I feel... Stop it. It's my time. It's my time.
I kind of agree with them. I mean, like, it piqued my interest, but doesn't show me anything.
That doesn't mean anything. Like, it was a good peek into where direction they're going with it. And I've seen pictures of the Zords. They look pretty damn awesome. I want to see, I've always wanted a Voltron movie my whole life, and I feel like this is going to give me that closest step to that when I see those Zords form into that big ass robot. So
that's what
you already did when you had Ivan Ooze, man. That was your Voltron movie.
No, man, it didn't count.
I don't know. Like, it's Power Rangers, dude. Power Rangers has always been redonkulously ridiculous.
I know, but
I
they're
don't
not
want them
doing
to take
that
it.
with this.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I guess that's why I'm a little bummed out about it. It's like, I liked that dark version of the Power Rangers they had online, and of course they're not going to release that because they want to sell this to kids.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see. I don't know. I guess I'm over this whole grounded universe and grounded, superheroes. I want to just go as ridiculous as you can, but whip out the spandex. They don't have to be this latex alien juice that goos on your body. Just whip out the spandex and.
No, they got like Iron Man suits now. The shit's awesome.
I like the suits now.
The suits look badass.
I don't want
I don't want just a remake of the 90s fucking show. I want to see a new, fresh take on it, and I think they're going to give us something pretty cool here. But once again, this is also why it's also just an honorable mention. I'm not holding a ton of stock into this, but I am very curious to see what they end up coming up with.
I would like to see like a 21 Jump Street-esque comedy of the Power Rangers.
God. We'll have to wait probably another 10, 15 years for that one. But my next honorable mention is probably our closest film to seeing, because we're only a couple weeks away from it, and that's John Wick Chapter 2. Super, super stoked on this one. Loved the original John Wick film.
That actually made my list.
There you go. See? Look at that. Spoiler.
Made my list too.
Oh, nice. So, see, John Wick 2 getting lots of love around the panel here. There's just too much good shit in my top 10 that it kind of fell down the list as I started to make it, but still looking tremendously forward to this film. I think it's going to be hella badass. I hope they raise the stakes in this one and take us a little bit more extreme than we got in the first one. So I'm beyond the moon. Can't wait to see this literally in like the second week of February, I think, is when it drops. And my last honorable mention is going to be, and this was in my top 10 for a while, and then after I started to shift it around, it fell out. But it's Kong Skull Island. At first I was kind of like, I don't know, we'll see. And then the teaser trailer came out, didn't really do it for me either. And then the first full trailer came out, and it blew me away. And I'm like, now we got this massive King Kong running around this island and all kinds of crazy creatures. And now it's a shared universe with Godzilla, and we're going to see all kinds of crazy monster fights. And I'm super excited. This has an amazing cast also. You got John Goodman in there and Samuel L. Jackson, and we got Loki, and we got Captain Marvel. Like, I mean, there's all kinds of people up in this movie. John C. Reilly's in there from the Nova Corp. I mean, we Nick Fury's in there. You got Dr. Dre, you got Eazy-E. They're all in this movie.
Nice.
But,
yeah, I'm with you, Don. I mean, that made my original top 10, but as you guys have said, there's so much, good stuff coming out this summer. It got bumped, but dude, I mean, and I've heard, and I'm sure it was from you, that, I mean, they've recognized that this is a Kong movie. It's not, bunch of humans.
Right.
It's Kong.
That's the Godzilla movie.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see, I think they even mentioned we're going to see him probably like really early. We're not going to have to wait 30, 45 minutes to see him. We're going to see him relatively early. So I don't know, man. I'm super stoked for this. I've always been Team King Kong too. Whenever it was Kong versus Godzilla or anything, I'm just
Team Godzilla.
Get the fuck out.
There you go. But see, that's the thing. And then everybody was saying, how the hell are they going to fight? Because,
He was so
Godzilla is so damn big and King Kong ain't that big. So they raised the stakes. And this ain't your mama's King Kong in this movie.
This King Kong looks awesome, though. He does. He might change my sides. He looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks super badass. He is massive. And I can't wait to see what else is on this island, man. So, and then in 2020... probably before Green Lantern Corps comes out, we're gonna get Godzilla versus King Kong, which is gonna be just awesome. So yeah, so it almost was there in the top 10, and it had to get slid out. But it didn't make anybody's top 10 then. It just slid out for everybody.
It originally did, but yeah, no, it slid.
Much love to Kong Skull Island there.
I have honorable mentions, by the way.
Oh, you got some now?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, there you go. Geeky Pat, go
Found
ahead. Hit up your honorable mentions.
I figured you were going to cover them, and you didn't, so...
Go for it.
All right. So War of the Planet of the Apes is on my honorable mention. It was on my top 10 list, but then other movies bobbed it out. It just looks awesome. I've been a big fan of the series since the first two, and I like the original Planet of the Apes because I'm a weird, geeky guy like that. Go figure. And this is just really cool looking, and just like the whole scene where they're just like attacking the cave and all that in the video, it just looks really good.
Yep. Okay. I don't think that's the last time we'll hear about this movie.
Yeah, we might talk about that again.
All right, and then I know this was probably on your guys' list, but it didn't make mine. Transformers: The Last Night.
God damn it!
Yeah.
How the hell did not make a top 10?
I had different movies I like better.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. The Mummy. That I'm looking forward to that
thanks
one.
For listening, everybody. So have a good day.
And then one that none of you guys are going to honorably mention, but because me being me, I'm excited about it, which is Dunkirk.
What?
Nope.
Dunkirk, the attack on Dunkirk, and they were all stuck there during World War II, and all the boats from England had to come and save them, and it was a miraculous thing. Yeah,
they had the guns.
Dark Tower also kind of, but I don't even know if that. I haven't heard much more other than it was going to be released, so I don't even know if that's really going to be released.
It is.
Don?
It's coming out this summer, but we haven't seen anything from it, so I have nothing to judge off of it. So
I was kind of afraid to say it because I didn't know.
Yeah, no, that one's definitely coming. They're done with it.
Right.
That's it.
Oh wow.
So,
well, your honorable mentions list makes me sad. Sean, do you got anything you want to add?
Well, I mean, I'm a big kid, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw out my kiddie stuff. So I guess kind of starting with not so kiddie is Ghost in the Shell. Definitely didn't.
That almost made my honorable mention.
It definitely didn't make my top 10 because like Hollywood has never been able to revive any kind of anime into anything that I like. So as great as the trailer is, was I?
That's my fear. I'm a big fan of the animations. I mean, I even have them on DVD and Blu-ray, some of them on Blu-rays, and I'm just afraid that it's not going to be as good. I mean, you're not afraid of that at all?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I didn't make my top 10 because Hollywood has not been able to successfully make a convert anime into movie, which it makes sense. I mean, there's tons.
I have a lot of faith in this one. The director came out and said this is not a bullshit Hollywood remake of this, and it seems like they're being as faithful as they possibly can be on a big budget. Yeah. And I'm right there with you, man. I mean, I'm not like uber ecstatic about it, but I think it looks pretty damn badass, and I can't.
I'll definitely be there the night of. So
yeah, sure. I'll watch it too. But I mean, day one, buddy. I mean, I just gotta have my expectations low on that one. That's all. So maybe it'll blow me away.
Cool. So here's me and my little fun little animations. But Despicable Me 3. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer to that junk, but it had me dying. So
it looks fun. Yeah.
Any animation that has me rolling in the trailer, I don't know. Like Zootopia did. It's kind of got my vote.
Well, I'll be there definitely just due to the Minions. So
yeah.
Kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys saw the whole Cars 3 trailer or teaser or whatever the heck that was, but it gave this like dark kind of vibe to it where it's just the whole thing is a slow motion crash of like lightning, and then the trailer just ends like right when he hits the ground kind of thing. It's like Cars 3. Was this the death of lightning? Like what the heck is going on? So I don't know. My son, he's a big Cars fan, so I don't know. Second one wasn't that good, but who knows what they might do with the third. And last is Lego Batman. That looks effing ridiculous. And
looks awesome.
I like ridiculous, and freaking Job, the voice of Batman. So I don't know.
Yeah, Lego Batman's going to be great. I think it comes out the same weekend as John Wick, so we're going to have a busy weekend that week.
I'm going to miss that one.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, so there you go. Some honorable mentions, some movies that are actually in our top 10s, and we'll get to that when it all plays out. So, like I said, we're going to kick into our top 10s right now. We're going to take turns basically doing our 10 through 6. And like I said, as we read our list, we'll give our little takes of why it's there. If it's on someone else's list, just kind of let us know, like, hey, it's on my list further up the road, and I'll talk about it when we get to that. So that way we can keep it kind of moving along. All right, so coming in at number 10 for me is a movie that Pat just spoiled on his honorable mentions, and that is War for the Planet of the Apes. This one here, I had to substitute out one ape, Kong Skull Island, for the other apes. But you know what? I mean, how could you really not? I am such a massive fan of this franchise. I never was of the original ones. And then, Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out, and I was so blown away by that movie. That was one of my biggest pleasant surprises of the entire year, was that first movie and being introduced to Caesar. And I loved it. And then, a couple years ago, we got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and that was just as awesome. And then now we got The War. And if this movie is just as awesome as the first two were, we got a pretty badass trilogy on our hands. It's going to be in the talks now, moving forward when people talk about what are some of the greatest trilogies of all time. These apes are going to come crawling into there for sure. So I think this looks pretty damn awesome, and it cracks my top 10 right there at number 10. Peeps,
sexy.
What you got?
All right, well, I got my top 10, or my number 10 is the one. Okay, so let me go ahead and start with this. Every time we do this, we always have like some issues, and it's always pretty much with my list that I have these movies that nobody has ever like heard of, and everybody always clowns on for probably like, pretty much the rest of the show. We're going to be hearing the same thing. So,
hold on. Well, hold on before you go to do that, because I wasn't passing it to you to start doing your top 10. I was saying like, what about War of the Planet of the Apes for you? Because remember, we're gonna go 10 through 6 individually.
No. Yeah, that has made it on mine. And honestly, I mean, I'm good with going ahead and skipping mine. But I had Planet of the Apes much higher, and the reason why is, I haven't I hadn't seen the original. Was it? We started with Dawn, right? Or did we start with Rise?
No, Rise was the first one.
Okay, so we started with Rise, and you guys were kept talking about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Oh my gosh, this trailer is so sick, and I'm like, I haven't even seen Rise. All right, let me just freaking watch this movie so I can go with you guys to see Dawn, and I'll know what's going on. And I watched it, and I'm like, holy gosh, damn, this movie was good. I couldn't believe that I had gone so long without seeing it. The Rise just blew me a freaking way. I did not think it was. I don't even like the old school Planet of the Apes.
What's wrong with you? That's awesome.
I know. Their mouths, it's just like they couldn't smile.
Stop.
They couldn't frown.
Yeah, they could. They smiled and they opened their mouth. It was awesome.
They're
Stop.
so that outlay. Okay.
Yes, they're all British. It's awesome. Stop.
But I don't know. I couldn't really get with it. But
Rise.
Rise.
Those originals are garbage.
No,
I can't handle those.
I'm sorry, Pat.
They're so bad.
they're awesome. Stop.
So bad.
And then we went when we saw Dawn that night at the Planet of the Apes, and I think I enjoyed Dawn just as one of those rare movies where as much as I loved the first one, I actually kind of liked the second one a little more. It was my Empire Strikes Back, honestly, and just the perfect villain. And they had there's a war going on, and nobody's really wrong, no one's really bad, but it's just that war of just existing. Like, they both can't coexist. Somebody has to go. And who do you root for? Do you root for your own kind, or do you root for these freaking awesome ass apes that everyone has kind of grown to love? And it's just exactly.
Hashtag Cobra. Never forget.
Dude, I had never. I have a shirt, actually. Never forget. For anyone that hasn't heard my theory, I do think Koba is alive, and we may or may not. We'll see him in the post-credit scene of.
We never saw a dead body. We never saw a body.
Nope.
Because he fell 500 feet to his death.
He hit a couple.
Nobody left.
He hit a couple rafters on his way, but that just slowed down his fall.
Yeah. So that's what happened. He broke some bones.
Yeah.
One, maybe two.
He's fucking dead.
You just flex really hard when you hit the ground, and then you're good. So yeah, my War of the Planet of the Apes actually made my number 6. If it continues with this momentum that I've just been experiencing with these movies, from the trailer alone, I'm like, this movie is going to be effing awesome, and I can't wait to see how this whole thing ends. Most movies when they release them, they release them with the anticipation of making a sequel, and then it's like, yeah, this movie was pretty bad. We're not gonna see any more of this. But I don't know. This is one they made, and at the end of Dawn, it literally gave us, hey, there's definitely going to be another movie after this, y'all. We pretty much got this, and I don't know. I'm super stoked. So yeah, number 6 for me, y'all.
There you go, and we know Geeky Pat said it was in his honorable mentions, so that's my number 10. Coming in my number 9, and this is one that fluctuated all around the board, and then when the dust finally settled, this is where it landed. So coming in number 9 for me is Wonder Woman. So I got Wonder Woman here. This, of course, is the very first time we're getting a solo movie for the Amazonian Princess. Of course, the next film in the DCEU, and which I'm loving so far, regardless of all the haters, peeps. And I really enjoy the DCEU, and I'm looking forward to its further adventures. And Wonder Woman's a good one. The reason I think it landed at number 9 for me is I'm getting a very Captain America: The First Avenger vibe off of this movie, and quite honestly, that's one of my least favorite movies in the entire MCU. So, the fact that this is a period piece and takes place in World War I has me kind of like, but I am anxious to see her character come to life and see everything that she's been through and see it all come together. I think it is going to be a very fun movie. I'm looking forward to it. I got my fingers crossed that it's an awesome movie, and finally we can get some critics and other people on board to the DCEU. And it's going to be very big for some other movies in the DCEU coming after. They need this one to be big to really get things going and really kind of start ramping up to play that catch-up game with Marvel. But looking very forward to it. Wonder Woman for me at number 9. Has it made anybody else's list?
Yep.
It's an honorable mention.
Okay. Oh, look at that honorable mention for Peeps.
It's farther up the list than mine.
All right.
Than mine.
Reserve time for
I will.
Geeky Pat on his list later. Coming in at number 8 for me is Logan. So Logan comes in at number 8. And what is this an honorable mention, Peeps?
No, it didn't
It
even
doesn't
make
even
that.
get an
I'm
honorable
sorry.
mention from you.
No.
Should have known, you fucking X-Men hater. This is the last time, supposedly, we're getting the claws on Hugh Jackman. I have loved this dude as Wolverine from literally the very first time we saw him. When he popped up in X-Men 1, I had no fucking idea who the hell Hugh Jackman was. And now he's one of the biggest movie stars in the world, and it all stemmed from being Wolverine, which, fun fact, was that he wasn't even supposed to be the original Wolverine. It was another actor who had scheduling conflicts and had to drop out. And so, lucky turn for him. And then we've seen him in over 7 movies in the X-Men franchise, 2 other solo movies. This is the last time, though, we're getting a movie based loosely off of the Old Man Logan storyline. I thought the trailer was incredible, regardless of what these two guys think. And I think we're getting a new trailer within the next day or two, which I'm excited about, and hopefully it'll be something to win at least Geeky Pat over with. I don't know if Peeps is the lost cause at this point. But I think it looks incredible. I'm hearing massively good things about this. I mean, people are already talking that there could be Oscar buzz for this movie next year. What the fuck? And stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it.
It's actually in my kitchen, far, far away.
God.
Is it rolling away?
I know.
Yeah.
It's like holding a mic to the floor and dragging a chair across it. But, so, like, I literally hearing Oscar buzz.
Hold on, let's stop it. Hold on.
Yeah. Live radio, ladies and gentlemen, live radio. This is why I always try to record in a very private room. Lovely. But, so we're hearing Oscar buzz about this movie, which is incredible for a superhero movie. And, just the way it's looking, the serious tone of it, there's going to be a ton of action to it. And just seeing how are they going to end this thing, this last big hurrah here for Hugh Jackman in his final Wolverine movie. Lots of questions. I hope to get a lot of answers here literally in just about a month and a half, because this comes out in the very beginning of March. So I'm so glad we don't got to wait all the way to the summer to check this one out. So Logan comes in at number 8 for me. So we know how Peeps feels. Does this make your top 10, Peeps?
It does. Oh,
there we go.
Sorry.
All right, there we go. Oh, no, you.
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Peeps because we already know he's a hater. So I meant to say Geeky Pat. So,
it's actually my number 8 as well.
Oh, look at that. See? Great minds. Number 8 for
Great
Logan.
minds go to Hooters on Wednesdays. You guys had this pre-planned. Don't pretend.
Nope.
So, coming in number 7 for me is the 8th movie in the franchise, and I'm talking about The Fate of the Furious. This, of course, is the 8th film in the Fast and Furious franchise. I love this franchise. I've always loved it since the very first movie. I've enjoyed every single one of them. But once you hit number 4, and then 5 got even better, you added The Rock. Rock rolls! Rock mentioned for the 3rd time tonight, baby. And, so then we got Fast 5, which was incredible. And we got Fast 6, which was awesome. And then we got number 7, which was just as awesome. These movies just keep getting better and better and better, and they're just an awesome action ensemble pictures here. And but I'm very curious to see how well number 8 plays off here. God, why is there so much background noise? Does anybody have mutes? Does anybody have mutes?
Actually, no. My Skype has stopped responding, so just the fact that it's working, I'm happy.
Oh my God! Don't touch it.
I won't.
So what I'm a little worried about in this one is obviously this is the first one we have without Paul Walker. So how are they going to get around it? I feel like they're still going to play his character as a major point here, especially since we've seen the trailer. We know that Dom is basically a bad guy in this one. I feel obviously he's being blackmailed, and I think Brian O'Connor is the reason he's getting blackmailed, and his family is being put on the line here. So looks pretty interesting. It looks kind of interesting that they're breaking Jason Statham out of jail, and he's got to work with them. There's a lot of shit going on in this one, but you know what? Every movie takes this franchise up another notch, and I can't wait to see this thing in April. So, The Fate of the Furious comes in number 7 for me.
You know, it's probably Riddick. I think Riddick came down and then kidnapped Vin Diesel's character and like locked him away in a car somewhere. So like this is actually Riddick that turned on him. It's not
Riddick.
So.
I explained this to you already the other night. I said it's Triple X, man.
Oh, it's
remember?
That's right.
It's his
shared universe.
It's his twin brother that they thought passed away during childbirth, but he didn't. And then he became Triple X, and then he's the one that's the bad Dom, coming back to get revenge on the brother that left him behind.
That is so good, dude. And then Triple X, it's actually Dom or whatever in the Triple X movie.
Shared universe, baby. You gotta it's all connected. Hashtag it's all connected. So, did it make your list, Peeps?
No, it did
not. Man, I can't wait to hear yours. Nothing is on your list. What the hell do you have in your top 10?
Dude, man, it's a lot of like, yeah. Gambit's cool definitely on my list.
Gambit.
Dude, don't spoil my number 1. All right. Well, I know Geeky Pat's got this on his top 10.
Yeah, it's a little lower than what you have it on, but yeah.
All right. So we will talk about that. So coming in at number 6 for me, and this, honestly, 6 to number 1 is where it's going to get. I mean, these movies are literally, you could flip-flop almost any order. That's how close these become once you hit the 6th spot here. So in my number 6 spot, it's going to go to Spider-Man Homecoming. Looking really forward to this new Spider-Man movie now that Sony is working with Marvel. Spider-Man's a part of the MCU, as we saw in Civil War. We got a new Spider-Man, Tom Holland, who I thought was incredible in Civil War. And when we saw the first trailer for Homecoming, which was really awesome, and I thought you could tell right away Tom Holland is the best pick for this thing. He is such a great Peter. He's such a great Spider-Man. And we got Iron Man in there. We got the Vulture. Michael Keaton is playing the Vulture. I mean, we got some really cool shit going on. Plus, it's going to just have a very John Hughes 80s high school movie kind of vibe. The way that the MCU does it, and Kevin Feige we trust. I'm so excited to see this. This is the next step here of Spider-Man trying to become an Avenger, and obviously lead us one more step towards that Infinity War a couple years from now. So I can't wait. I think this is going to be a super successful reboot. So Spider-Man Homecoming comes in at number 6 for me. Now I know this probably made both of y'all list, right?
No, I made my list, yeah.
Okay, come on.
It's exactly at number 6 for me as well.
Look at that, ching ching. So
mine's at number 5. Is that
close?
Nice.
Like I said, man, these 6 are very interchangeable.
I mean, again, I have to say this every time with these top 10 lists. Just because they're at the bottom of the top 10 list or at the top, it doesn't mean that one's better over the other movie. It's just what we're anticipating. So we're probably anticipating every one of these movies, and we're just excited for one of these movies, but we have to put them in order which one we're more excited about. So
exactly. I mean, to make a top 10 of hundreds of movies that will be coming out this year is pretty incredible in its own right. So yeah, it doesn't mean any movie's shitty for being top 10, or being 10 through 7 or anything like that. So they all have earned their spots. So yeah, so there you go. For my 10 through 6, once again, number 10, War for the Planet of the Apes. Number 9, Wonder Woman. Number 8, Logan. Number 7, The Fate of the Furious. And number 6, Spider-Man Homecoming. So I'm going to throw it over to Mr. Geeky Pat over here. Do your 10 through 6, my friend.
So my number 10 is a movie that I've been really anticipating for a lot of my adulthood and some of my childhood. So that's why I made my list over other ones like Transformers and things like that. Blade Runner 2049. I'm a big Blade Runner fan. I own it in like 3 different types. Like each one's a different, for some reason there's like 2 types of director's cuts but whatever. I own all those and I'm a big fan of the movie. So it's in at my number 10 spot. The little teaser looked awesome. I'm just super psyched about it. Big fan of the Blade Runner. Did any of you guys have that?
No, I actually forgot it was coming out. It would have made an honorable mention for sure. I definitely enjoyed it a lot, but it didn't quite make my top 10.
It almost made my honorable mentions, but it's been so long since I've seen the original Blade Runner that my excitement level wasn't like, ooh, I got to get this one on the list. So, but I am looking forward to it.
See, and that's one of my movies I watch every year. That's how much I like Blade Runner. The number 9 is Fate of the Furious, and all the same reasons why you said you're excited about it. I'm excited about it, and except for the Xander part, but yeah, no, I'm just kidding. It's a really great movie. I own all of them. Been a big fan from the beginning. So I am with you though. I'm a little worried because there's no Paul Walker at all in this one, and the last one was it's going to be hard to follow the last one because it was like an homage and a goodbye to him. So it's going to be a little hard to follow right after that, but I'm excited. It looks really good. Look, the trailer's action-packed nonstop. So, and that's just little cuts from the movie. So I imagine this whole movie is going to be just like one thrill ride, So it made my 9. And then number 8 was Logan. Actually made up in my top 8 there. The trailer didn't knock my socks off. It really didn't. It wasn't anything to impress me. I wanted something more out of the trailer, but the movie still excites me, and the concept and the old Logan and all that. I'm very psyched up for it. I really want to see it. Just the trailer didn't help any. I'm just excited because I'm a Wolverine fan, and it looks like a cool concept. Hopefully the next trailer goes and blows my socks off, and I could be like, oh yeah, why did I put it at 8? But
he sounds like that every time a trailer comes out. Everybody,
I know.
By the way.
Oh no, why? So that's why it's my number 8. My number 7 is Thor Ragnarok. We're supposed to stop at 6, right? So 7's my Thor Ragnarok. I don't even know what a Ragnarok is. Don't have a clue. I didn't read the comic book. I don't know.
It's the end.
Oh, there you go. I mean, it looks cool. Has the Hulk in it. Has Doctor Strange in it. It's going to be really cool looking. It's just I'm not as excited about that one as I am other movies above it. But obviously made my number 7 because I'm more excited about it than Logan, The Fast and the Furious, The Fate of the Furious, and Blade Runner. So it's still on my list. I really would like to see it. Really excited about it. Is it on your guys' list?
It's higher up.
Yeah. Oh, it's much higher up. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine. And number 6, like I said, was Spider-Man Homecoming. I have to say, once again, I was wrong. You guys were right. He's going to be an awesome Peter Parker, and he's going to be an awesome Spider-Man. And I didn't even notice his mole. So there you go.
Little Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider.
So it looks
It's
awesome.
me, the Rhino.
I'm excited about it. The only thing that gets me a little apprehension about the movie and why it's kind of at 6 isn't because it's horrible or anything. It's just there's better movies I'm more excited about above it. But the school stuff kind of is worrying me because I've just seen that so much. But it looks like a new character and a new angle. What was that?
That's what they want a lot of the focus to be. That was the whole point of going back to high school, was to deal with Peter being this kid, trying to juggle being a superhero and also get through high school.
And I mean, I get it, but I really want to see Spider-Man. I mean, I don't want to see a Bruce Wayne or no Batman or Iron Man 3 where I saw a lot of no Iron Man.
I think you're going to get a lot of Spider-Man. I don't think you got to worry about that. I think it's more for the tone of the movie to be playful and
it's just
fun.
something I'm apprehensive about, though.
I mean, I'll kind of disagree with you, Pat, because that was the thing that still to this day, the reason why I love Iron Man 1 possibly above all other movies is because I enjoyed Tony Stark just as much as I enjoyed Iron Man. Yes, of course, I definitely like to see more Iron Man, but I love Tony Stark in that movie. So if they can get me, this is kind of weird, but I'll go ahead and go with it. If I can be in love with Peter Parker as much as, I love Spider-Man, like I want that. I want to because Peter Parker and Spider-Man are one and the same. Every movie we're always going to get a Peter Parker, and I don't know, the Peter Parker that we got in Civil War is just this goofy little kid, and I don't know. I have high hopes for it.
You're not really disagreeing with me because the first Iron Man's like what Don said. It was a balance of the two. The third was no balance. There was no balance in the third. It was mostly him moping around with dealing with his PTSD and whatever, right? I mean, it was and same with the third Batman film. I never saw Batman in the movie. Was he in that movie? Was Batman in that movie?
No.
Here we go.
So, I mean, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want too much Peter Parker, but I'm going to give it. I'm excited about it, and I trust them. And I get what you're saying because Peter Parker is a pivotal part of being Spider-Man, but I hope it's like Don said, where it's balanced, and I get a lot of each. I just don't want it to be a whole bunch of I mean, I like John Hughes and all his movies. I'm a big fan of them, but I don't want. That's not what my Spider-Man movie needs to be. So it worries me a little bit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not slamming the movie or anything.
No, I mean, good thing about this is he's already been Spider-Man, so we don't have to wait for him to get bit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I would have been upset with another origin movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
we've seen it so much. And that's where I'm stopping, right? 6.
Yep. So recount down your 10 through 6 again.
All right, so 10, Blade Runner 2049. 9, The Fate of the Furious. 8, Logan. 7, Thor Ragnarok. And 6, Spider-Man Homecoming.
There you go. All right, peeps, I'm anxious to see what do you got 10 through 6.
All right. So number 10 is where everyone else is starting, so that's where I'm gonna start too. And that'll and this is like a last minute decision. This is what actually bumped my Transformers off completely. So I don't have Transformers in my top 10. I'll wait for
it. Was our 10. Both of us that we bumped it.
Yeah, you guys both had it at 10?
No, you and me did. Apparently, because we both said Blade Runner bumped 10 Transformers for me, and then whatever you're about to say, bumped Transformers for you.
Yeah, man. And the thing is like I love the Transformers movies, and I know I'm going to enjoy this movie just like I enjoyed the last one. It's a fun, it's redonkulously action-nated. That's a new word, but
coin it. 5 cents every time you use it.
Actionated, yeah. But I don't know. I'm just like me. I want a little bit of gravy with my mashed potatoes, and I feel like I'm just going to get another thing of just mashed potatoes. So I want the story to make sense. I would like for them to talk about the cube once or twice, but they're not going to. The cube's gone. Cube's gone. So
before time began,
God,
there was.
But it's not even in your top list. Let's go.
No. Don's got a point because before time began there was a cube, and now we don't want to talk about it anymore. So whatever.
We know not where it comes from.
You're not allowed to talk about the cube. It's in the contract.
No.
We get sued.
All right, what's your number 10, peeps? Let's
brings back too many Shia memories.
Yeah, can't bring up his name either. Apparently.
Number 10 is a sequel to a movie that blew me the F away last year.
The Nut Job 2? Nutty by Nature? Hell yeah, Nutty by Nature.
Nutty by Nature. Oh, God, Don, I hate you. You always mess up my 10.
You said a sequel that took you by storm last year. It wasn't the Nut Job?
I don't want to do this anymore. No, it's Kingsman, The Golden Circle.
Yeah, it looks good.
I mean, I haven't seen anything on it.
You can't say it looks good. You haven't seen anything.
Yeah, but I mean, all the stuff that you told me about it sounds good. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
It's gonna be tight. The first movie.
Dude, it's got the same director. I mean, Kingsman, dude. It's so many memorable scenes. But I think that freaking church scene by itself, if I can get something even remotely close to that church scene in the sequel, I will. This will probably make my top freaking 6. It's not going to go over my top 4 though. But yes, Kingsman, The Golden Circle. Same director from the last movie, the guy that did X-Men First Class. Dude, stoked, super stoked. If there's a new director, it wouldn't even have made my top 10. So yes, Kingsman. I hope that Blade Runner chick's in it. Oh, she's dead. Number 9 is Pirates of the Caribbean. I know it didn't make any of your guys' top 10.
Neither one of these did, yeah.
You fucking dropped out Transformers for this bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Tell
I
me
can
what
actually
Jack
say
Sparrow is. What is Jack
There's
Sparrow?
probably one good Pirates of the Caribbean, and that's the first one.
Tell him Salazar after him.
That's awesome.
I want to
But
Jack
dude,
Sparrow. I want to Jack Sparrow.
Friggins, Brian and I, we had this whole episode of all the Pirates movies, and
Yep.
we just went
Love it or hate
friggin'
it.
ape
I
shit.
said hated it.
That was the first thing he said when I told him about it. But we went ape shit over every Pirates movie except for the third one. But all that, like 3 out of 4, that's a pretty good.
No,
First one.
they're
That's
not
it.
3 out of 4.
That's like
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's been 4 Pirates movies.
I know,
We've
and you're
enjoyed
saying-
3 of them.
Exactly. I'm saying no one enjoyed 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're horrible. They're all fucking horrible except for the first
Get
one.
out of here.
And the first
well,
one's
somebody,
not even that great.
well, somebody likes them because they've made a few dollars over the years. So
Overseas, Americans have gotten smarter
Get
to
out.
it. Americans have grown smart to this trick.
actual
Disneyland
pirates
being
have
like-
hijacked the studios and made them do it.
Exactly.
Probably
Yeah, exactly. They're funding this shit.
Somalian.
They're like, you
Yeah.
need to make another Pirates movie. We'll pay for everything.
They don't sound like that. You need to buy a pirate.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow. Where's the Jack Sparrow?
So the fucking pirates, dude. The trailer, man. His hair is flowing in the air like some water hair, right? Okay, so we can just move on with
Yes.
the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, let's move on.
See, the Pirates is good. No one cares.
That Pirates of the Caribbean.
I told y'all they just like to clown.
Fucking not Transformers. Fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Oh, I love you, Peeps. Keep going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Number 8 is a movie that I'm pretty sure it's not going to do too well this summer. But I mean, whatever. Well, I'll give it a chance, and that's oh god, what is it? Justice League? Justice League?
I have that
Yeah,
one
just
higher
this
up on my list.
Yeah.
Me too.
So, yeah, we could probably talk about it a little bit more for you guys, but
So why is it so low on your list? Why are you?
Because he's a DC
Because-
hater.
Oh, I mean, he's got a reason, probably. I mean, there's some
yeah,
Marvel
I'm
stuff
sure.
that's at the lot on my list. That's not because I hate on it.
well, no, I mean, so the trailer I saw didn't blow me away. The last movie didn't blow me away, and I don't know what to expect really. I
It's a
don't.
different director, dude. I mean, it's not even the same writers or directors.
Of course, but I still don't
It
know
is
what
the
to
same
expect.
director.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Zack Snyder.
Oh, you're out of luck, Peeps. You're gonna hate it.
We'll see. I guess if we're spend the majority of the movie talking and not that much action, then yeah, you're right. I might get a little upset. So yeah. Justice League. We get to see my boy Cyborg get down and high five it with their. I don't know. I'm excited to see everybody in there. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea. Are they going to? Is the majority of the movie going to be them, trying to, Bruce trying to bring everybody together and he can't until that event happens and they all kind of have to. Like I have no idea how this is even going to pan out. So let's wait and see. But yes, the Justice League.
I feel like
have.
the whole gathering of everybody's gonna happen pretty quickly.
I hope so. And hopefully it ends like, whether if it's post credits or last 10 minutes of the movie, it's the creation of what's their sanctuary? Is that what it's called? Their little home base?
The Hall of Justice.
I was thinking about the space one, but yeah, we can say Hall of Justice.
I bet it's the Hall of Justice because they don't get the space one till later.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe the space stuff. That's why I thought Steppenwolf. Something out. Anywho, yeah, Justice League. All right, that's my number 8. Hoorah! Number 7 is Jiggity John Wick number 2. First John Wick there's so many moments in that movie where I was just like, oh my god, I cannot believe what I'm freaking seeing right now. This is the best thing ever. Didn't know I was going to like this movie until these guys told me just get out and watch this freaking movie.
Yeah.
I was like, fine, I'll go watch it since y'all won't shut up about it. And I did, and holy crap, dude. John, the first one it blew me away. Super simplistic story, but oh my, like, just as the movie kept going, it just kept unraveling on how much of a badass he is. Like, do you know who this is? This is the fucking boogeyman you're messing with. Like, what a badass nickname, the boogeyman. Oh god, I love it. But yes, John Wick 2. I can't wait to see. It's just going to be, again, over the top action. That's all I really want. Yeah, so.
It's higher up on my list. I have it on my list though.
Right on. And as you guys already know, I really don't have to touch on this that much. War of the Planet of the Apes is my number 6. So, again, number 10, Kingsman. Number 9, Pirates of the Caribbean. Number 8 is Justice League. Number 7, Jiggity John Wick 2. Number 6, Planet of the Apes, or the War of the Planet of the Apes.
Who invited this dude to the show? I just want to ask.
Dude, we'll do a bet. My number 9 versus your number 9.
What's your number 9? Pirates?
Yeah. And then yours is Fast and Furious?
No, my number 9 is Wonder Woman, and that would definitely beat fucking Pirates.
All right.
Dude, but I feel like Fate of the Furious might be Pirates too, even with all the kids trying to go see it.
Dude, Pirates ain't gonna fucking do shit. I'm telling you right now. No one's
but
excited for this fucking
Why aren't y'all excited about it? If he does that throughout the whole movie, that will drive me freaking crazy.
Yeah, it would.
It all started when I was such a little kid.
Well, somebody that wanted to be with us tonight and couldn't be was our boy Friggins. So, Peeps, I know you got his top 10. You want to go ahead and shout it out?
I surely will.
Real quick.
Yeah, so Friggins' number 10 is Jumanji. He is he grew up with Jumanji. He actually
you don't need to explain it, just read it.
Well, he owns his own Jumanji game, and he's always wanted to be a part of Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
And he wanted to be like a hunter, like Robin Williams, and so his number 10 is Jumanji. Number 9 is Blade Runner 2. So he agreed with Pat and said, I kind of got to step it up one on Pat because I don't want Pat just to kind of have the whole thing. Yeah, definitely Blade Runner 2. He wants to be one of the robot people when he grows up. So that's one of the reasons why
they're called
they're robot people. So that's his number. And number 8 is Kingman number 2. And he agreed with me. Samuel L. Jackson and his lisp. It's just that great of a character that he wants to see how they're going to actually one up that villain.
Talk so funny.
You talk so funny. Yeah.
That's a great line.
Yeah. Number 7, though, I didn't really understand this one, and he said he just really picked number 7 just to kind of troll me a little bit. But his number 7 was Thor Ragnarok. Again, the only thing he said again is like, "What the fuck's a Ragnarok?" And then he just like kind of skipped it. Yeah, guys, it means like apocalypse in Nordic.
Maybe I would be more excited if I actually saw a trailer for it or something.
I mean, I can give you a trailer right now if you want.
Yeah, it's easy to know what you're gonna get in this one.
You see Thor looking at the camera, aw. You see Loki looking at the camera, aw. And then you hear Hulk scream, and then Thor's like, what? And then Hulk says, what? And then that's the end of the trailer.
Okay, next.
There you go.
Okay, so and his number 6 is Justice League. Now, he also agrees that Marvel is doing it much better than DC, so Justice League's going to fucking suck. All right.
Next.
So, yes, number 10, Jumanji. Number 8, or number 9. Here we go. Thor, Justice League, Jumanji, Wonder Woman, and Jumanji was his list.
Dude, you're fucking it all up.
Just read his
Read
5,
this
4,
whole
3,
damn
2, and
thing,
1.
dude. We're just gonna read it and be done with it. Let's go.
Oh, all of it?
You're
too?
making this take
Yeah.
way too damn long.
He's not
All
even
right.
here.
God.
Just read it.
So do I start at Jumanji or
Oh
do
my
I
god,
go to
number
three?
10 Jumanji, number 9 Blade Runner 2, number 8 Kingsman 2, number 7 Thor 3, number 6 Justice League is number 5 is Wonder Woman, number 4 is Star Wars Episode 8, number 3
Oh, wait.
is John Wick 2, number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and his number 1 is Logan. So look at that, all the way at number 1, man. And that's funny because he put John Wick 2 as his number 1 movie last year as a runner-up to
It
Gambit,
wasn't even
and he didn't get Gambit or John Wick 2 last year. So I'm glad he at least has movies that come out this year.
Oh. He didn't put Gambit though. That's what I was.
I know.
kinda-
He should have put Gambit at number 1 every year until it comes out, like as a protest.
Exactly. So thank you, Friggins. We miss you, and sorry you couldn't make it tonight.
And this whole bit, friggins. I'm sorry. They just messed it all up.
You're making it take way too long. I liked where you're going with it, but you got to speed it up, man. We're on the clock.
We only got 30 minutes. You're right. Yeah.
All right. So there you go. There's our top halves of our countdowns. We are shifting into the nitty gritty at this point, 5 through number 1. So yeah, here we go, baby. This is where it's gonna get fun. Coming in at number 5 for me, it's Thor Ragnarok. So lots of Thor talk lately. I'm putting it at number 5. I am super stoked for this movie. Yes, we haven't seen the trailer for it, but the new director that they have for it is got an awesome eye for this kind of stuff. He's got a great comedic tone, and I think he's going to bring like a very fun tone to Thor Ragnarok. And then on top of that, we got Cate Blanchett as Hela. We got Carl Urban coming and joining this thing. We have the Fly himself coming and joining this thing.
Goldblum's in it?
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum is in it. He plays like the Master or something like that, I think
He's
is
gonna
what they
say
call him.
a lot after every word.
Are there going to be any dinosaurs on this dinosaur soiree?
So these aliens are attacking us. And get a bus.
Of course, we got Loki back. We got Odin back. Yes, Benedict Cumberbatch is in this thing as Doctor Strange. We got the Hulk up in here. We got a movie that's going to be putting in parts of Planet Hulk with Thor. Thor getting banished without his hammer, having to fight Hulk in a gladiator battle. All kinds of other creatures. We're going to be bouncing around through different planets and realms, and this movie is going to be just off the chain, man. I have no doubt about it. I think this is going to be the best Thor movie, hands down.
Wait.
What?
Did you just say he's going to lose his hammer again? Even though we saw it in the last movie go through different dimensional gates and being able to be called from everywhere.
He's not going to be worthy of his hammer, maybe.
Yeah, they take the hammer from him. Like Hela takes it from him. And then banishes him to that planet where they do the Planet Hulk thing.
Can I move it down on my list now?
Go for it. Whatever.
Just okay.
He can't always have the damn hammer, man. We got to put him at odds.
He's got to have the
sometimes.
hammer, dude. He's Thor.
He'll get it back at the end of the fucking film. All right. So you know how it goes.
It's like number 1. Oh, okay.
Well, number 1, he wasn't fucking Thor for almost the whole movie.
You want me to put the hammer down?
You want me to
My
put the
problem
hammer
with that movie.
Nah. You gotta take it away. He'll probably have it at the beginning, then he'll lose it, and he'll get it back. I don't think he's gonna be without it for very long.
Yeah, the issue with the first movie was no Asgard.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm looking super forward to this. I think that they're really, Marvel's got the right tone right now by doing. We've moved past the point really of solo movies. Every movie's got to have other stars in it.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at in the MCU, and that's what we love about these movies now is always having these other extra characters in it, and having Doctor Strange, having the Hulk all up in a Thor movie.
That's awesome.
I think is great. So there you go. Thor Ragnarok number 5 for me. Coming in number 4 for me, we continue the Marvel train here. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 comes in at number 4. I so excited for this movie. I love this trailer. This trailer makes me crack up so hard, like it's the first time I've ever seen it every single time. That's a sign of a great trailer right there. I love the first movie so much. It is one of my top, definitely top 5 of the MCU films. Completely caught me off guard because before they made this movie, I had no idea what the fuck a Guardians of the Galaxy was. You know, so
he would ask me like every other week, like who are the Guardians again? Like why do I care about these dudes?
Yeah. Who are they? Yeah, I'm like a fucking talking tree and a raccoon. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is Marvel even making this movie? You know,
It's the only one I do.
but they did, and it was incredible. And this movie has so much action, so much comedy to it, and I think they're just gonna take what we got in the first movie and triple it in this next one, man. I'm so excited about it. We're gonna get Ego the Living Planet being Star-Lord's dad. We got Kurt Russell in here now. I think we'll get more Thanos. I mean, there's so much going on in this movie. I think it's going to be incredible, and I cannot wait to see it. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 comes in at number 4 for me. Number 3.
Wait. Huh. It's higher up my list.
Well, I knew it was going to be on all yours. That's why I'm not even...
Yeah, I'm just going to wait for mine because, that's pretty high on my list, too.
Yeah. Coming in number 3 for me is obviously it's a movie that these other two have fallen to their little honorable mentions, but number 3 for me is Transformers: The Last Knight. Massively looking forward to this film. I love this franchise. I love the first 4 movies. These are always these big action blockbuster, just mind-blowing, just badass movies, and I know we're going to get something pretty damn cool here. You know, we got Unicron coming, we got Megatron coming back, we got Evil Optimus Prime, all kinds of crazy shit going on. We got Josh Duhamel coming back and reprising his role. We got Mark Wahlberg coming back. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see more footage from this thing because we've only had that one little trailer that's come out so far, which is just a little teaser. We don't really see much in it. I can't wait to see more of the action. I know the Dinobots are coming back. We're hearing great things about Grimlock. It's going to be crazy, man, and I think that this is going to be a really, really cool movie. It could be one of the best Transformers we've gotten to date, and so easily makes my top here. So it comes in at number 3 for me. Coming in at number 2, Star Wars Episode 8. So, Star Wars
We're
here.
tight.
Star Wars Episode 8, I am looking so forward to. I was so happy with how The Force Awakens came out, with how it all turned out to be. I fell in love with the characters right away, like Rey and Finn and Poe, and just, and then seeing Han Solo come back and seeing Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, like, just, it was so nostalgic, but it was so cool, and we got, and Chewie, and we got to just take it to a new era, and I love seeing this story continue, and where it left off is something I cannot wait to see continue. I want to see Rey become the badass Jedi that she's meant to be. I want to see Luke Skywalker actually talk. I want to see some really cool shit in this one that I know they're going to just blow the doors off with this film. Force Awakens set up the new galaxy, and I think this episode 8 is just going to take us just to that next realm, and it's going to be so awesome. I have no doubts here, and I cannot wait for this. Now we got to wait all the way to the end of the year to finally get it, but it's going to be so awesome, and I cannot wait to see Luke meet his daughter again.
No.
Hey,
yes.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Everybody's got their theories. But, so Star Wars Episode 8 coming in number 2 for me. So my number 1 process of elimination, you should have figured it out by now. It's the Justice League, baby. Justice League, number 1 film of the year. I am so excited for this film. Every day when I am posting news on Am I on the Air, I am just hoping some nugget of information is going to drop on this thing. I want to see more pictures. I want to see more trailers. I want to see more shit so bad on this film. I want to see Superman. I am dying to see Superman return. I just, right now, the first little teaser that we got back at Comic-Con, which technically is not a trailer, peeps. It was a first look just to give us an idea of the film. The first official trailer has not dropped yet, but they're saying that it will drop here soon. You can already see that they're going with a more comedic tone. They had a lot of fun making this movie. This is a shift in the DCEU. We're going to get our Avengers here from the DC side. We got our Batman, our Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman.
Green Lantern.
not Green Lantern, and of
No.
course the return of Superman. Now there is a rumor that Green Lantern will pop up in this film. That there's somebody was reporting that there's an action set piece where a Green Lantern comes in. They didn't say who, but comes in and talks to the team and basically forewarns them about what's coming in Darkseid and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if that actually plays out. Lots of rumors on the table about who might be Green Lantern. I've heard Armie Hammer might be. Lots of people trying to be Jon Stewart. Who knows? They probably have someone cast already, and that's probably why that Green Lantern news dropped last week. But you know, the return of Superman here at the end of Batman v Superman, we know Superman sacrificed himself. That's why Bruce Wayne sets out and says, you know, I'm not gonna, let him die in vain. I'm gonna put this team together. We're gonna protect the world. And he goes out and he recruits everybody with Wonder Woman to, fight Steppenwolf, basically, who's coming from Darkseid to take over the world. And I can't wait to see what they do with Superman. Is he gonna come back bad? Is he gonna come back good? Are we gonna get the black suit? What are we gonna, they're really being good at holding back all the Superman stuff from us right now, and which is a good thing. But man, it's eating me up inside because everything we've seen so far has had no Superman attached. So I want to see how he plays in. I cannot wait to see. It was so special when we got Avengers and we saw all those guys on the screen at the same time for the first time, and I can't wait to have that feeling again here in the DC, because to me, these are the characters. As much as I love the Marvel Universe and as much as I love all of those movies and they're my favorites, DC is what I grew up with, man. I mean, Superman is my favorite superhero ever. I grew up on Batman. I grew up on Flash. All of these. And to see a Justice League movie finally come to light, yes, there's things I want more, like Green Lantern being in there. I do feel that is a big missed opportunity, because he should be there. When that first Aquaman picture dropped and it said Unite the Seven, that was supposed to be the 7 members of the Justice League. We only got 5 right now, and then 6 when Superman comes back. Who the fuck is the 7th? What's going on here?
Plastic Man. I'll shoot myself.
But I have so much faith in this movie. I think that they are on the right course for it. Everything we're hearing from set visits to everything else is that they are doing some really cool things with Justice League, and this is going to be that tonal shift that takes the DC universe into its proper, correct flow here, to change direction for the ship, so to speak, and hopefully brings in a lot more fans to it. I am so beyond excited for this. There was, hands down, there was no question to me what the number 1 most anticipated movie was. Nothing else even remotely comes close to Justice League for me. So that's my number 1 to round me out. So going back through again one more time: number 5, Thor Ragnarok; number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2; number 3, Transformers: The Last Knight; number 2, Star Wars Episode 8; and number 1, Justice League. So, Geeky Pat, what you got 5 through 1?
Well, we have some similarities, but I'm going to go over them anyway, because there's some different ones too. Number 5 for me was John Wick Chapter 2. Definitely really excited to see this movie. Love John Wick 1. I feel like it was John Wick was like a comic book movie that was like not a comic book movie. It was really awesome. I really enjoyed it. I think I saw it in the theater a couple times. I know me and my oldest son watch it a lot. It's just a really good movie. So I like the trailer. The trailer looks really awesome. There's even some witty jokes in the trailer that you're like, I see what you did there. And then the new trailer came out, and you find out that he has that like a bounty on his head. He's got to kill everybody. And come on, what's a better action film where you got to like just kill everybody, right? Like that's what you got to do, kill everybody. So John Wick 2 is my number 5. My number 4 is Wonder Woman. I kind of like the fact that it's in World War One, although I agree with you about the yeah. I do agree about Captain America. I liked Captain America, but it's probably my least. Well, Iron Man now 3 is probably my least favorite, but then that one. But Wonder Woman, it looks exciting. She looks great in the costume. She looks great when she's deflecting bullets and the shields and the jokes back then about women's and like you sound like a slave, not like a secretary. We call that a slave. Things like that. Just it looks incredible. We got Captain Kirk. Come on. We got Captain Kirk in the movie, and so that's awesome. So yeah, Wonder Woman's my number 4. My number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's not much more I can say that you haven't. I mean, if this isn't a most anticipated movie, you live in a hole somewhere, because that trailer is just awesome. The first one was awesome. There's no other movie like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's almost like Marvel's Star Wars at this point. It's really awesome. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is my number 3. My number 2 is Star Wars Episode 8 because, well, come on. I'm a Star Wars fan. This is awesome. We get to see the continuous story. We get to figure out who really Rey's child is. Hopefully don't wait for the third one. But I do think he's Luke's kid too, by the way. Some, people might disagree, but I think it's Luke's kid. There's that some people. I want to know who Snoke is, so that I hope we get to see that at least too, in Star Wars. So there's so much to be going on in this movie. They have me on a hook. Binks. Yeah, that would be awesome right now. I
even want to see Hux again. He was kind of a badass.
Yeah.
Not really.
Anyway, General. But I just want to see these things. I want to see more Poe shooting people with the TIE fighter. I mean, they gotta get some more. I want a bigger space battle this time. The last one was kind of weak. I want big ship, capital ship on capital ship. I want fighters on fighters. I just want to see that big Star Wars feel this time with the space battles. So I'm excited, looking forward to all that happening. Hopefully, in Star Wars. So that's my number 2. And my number 1 is just like Don's. It's Justice League, because, come on, it's like my favorite comic book. It's just, I can't believe I'm seeing these characters on screen. I'm really just, I think they're going to hit it out of the park with this one. I have to say I was wrong about the Flash guy. I still don't know his name. I can't remember it. Anyway.
Ezra Miller.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. He's awesome as Luthor. No, I'm just kidding. Ezra is going to be an awesome Flash from what I've seen in this trailer and what I've seen in Suicide Squad. And I'm more excited about it than I was at first. I just couldn't see him as the part, and his long hair was killing me. But now he looks the part. You see him in the suit. It's going to be awesome to have Flash running around. It's going to be awesome to see Wonder Woman once again. And Batman, come on. I mean, best Batman ever. So I can't wait to see Ben do his thing again. And I'm excited about Cyborg. I've never seen him on the screen. Hopefully off his Etch a Sketch. They had him at the top there in the movie trailer, or whatever that big board is he's tied to. Hopefully we'll get this. I don't know. I'm hoping he doesn't sleep and he's always connected to the internet. And I mean, I just want these make Cyborg with his hands changing into different blasters, and just Cyborg's such a cool character. Like, I want to see them use him, since they're replacing Green Lantern with him. I want to see him do awesome in this movie, and I'm hoping to really see all the things I've always loved about this character. And then there's Aquaman. He's the most uncoolest character in the comic book ever, and so now he has an opportunity to be cool, and he looks cool, and he seems cool, and so
he's Maui.
Yes, I don't know what that is. I have no idea who Maui is. But anyway, we'll go with that. He's a demigod. Oh, okay. This is a Moana thing, isn't it? Go ahead and sing the song, Peeps.
What could I say except
you're welcome.
and that's my welcome. Justice League. And go ahead and take it out with that song.
Honestly, I can go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, no, we just messing around. I could have kneeled. I buried his guts. Buried the tree. Now you've got coconuts.
What's the lesson? What is the takeaway?
Well, Howie, when he's on a breakaway, and the tapestry here on my skin is a map of the victories I win.
It's another rock movie, right? Rock roll.
Rock rolls. Maui. Yeah. You're welcome.
He turns into a shark. Okay.
Awesome. Great number.
Sorry, Geeky Pat. That was a pretty good number 1.
All right.
Thanks.
That would have been my number 1, but it got bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Like 8 times.
On the list.
Yeah, it sucks. I get it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made room for fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. So.
Yeah.
But go ahead and let's see what you got. Number 5 through 1, Mr. Peeps.
Well, number 5 is your number 6, as I mentioned, and that is Senor Spider-Man. It's just, after seeing him in Civil War, I'm really stoked for this version of Spider-Man. And it's, as you said, it's nice that they're kind of, blending our Marvel characters. So we're going to get some Tony Stark. And, a while ago when we first started speculating about this movie, it's like, yeah, you're going to get a Tony Stark little cameo and be like, hey, kid, here's your new suit and hope you enjoy it. But at the end of the trailer, you see Spider-Man and Iron Man kind of flying off together, and you hear you hear Iron Man telling him throughout the trailer, like, don't take on this guy. Leave this for the for the Avengers to do, and it's just Spider-Man. Like, Pat, I know you could agree, but he just makes those decisions, and he does the right thing, and he protects those around him, and it's I can't remember. It kind of sounded like he knew who Spider-Man was and Peter Parker. So hey, you wanna threaten my hot aunt? I'm coming after you. No, I don't know, but I'm just kind of curious too. With I really want to see what Childish Gambino's Donald Glover's little cameo or what he even has to do with this movie, and who's that black chick that he's really into. Is that like Mary Jane's cousin? I don't know, but whatever, we'll see. But yes, Spider-Man, super excited for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a start of a great relationship between Sony and Marvel, and hopefully we can get some more of this going. Let's get some Venom. Let's get some other characters going. Yeah. So yeah, Spider-Man. Number 4 did not make any of your guys' list. Did not make any of your guys' honorable mentions.
Oh boy,
but here we go. This is my Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon this year. But yeah, that is Cloverfield 2017.
I can see that. You're a big fan of the last one.
Huge fan of the last one, and when we did our movies we want Hollywood to make, Cloverfield 2 was like my number 3, and I absolutely loved the first Cloverfield. Left so many questions, didn't answer any of those questions in 10 Cloverfield Lane. All you did was just create more. I just cannot wait to see what they do with this next one.
Okay, but I have to ask, do you realize though that we know nothing about this third one? It doesn't even have an official title, and that's why you're calling it Cloverfield 2017.
Yep.
And it's really going to probably have no connection to the first two, but it's that incredibly high on your fucking list?
If it's as good as any of the other any of the other two, yeah.
That's taking such a risk.
Hey, man,
it's just,
high risk, high reward.
It's just J.J. Abrams playing around with hey, this movie really has got nothing to do with anything, but I'm going to throw Cloverfield in the title, and you're going to eat it up.
Hey, man, like I said,
and like I said, to not even know what the fuck the movie's about.
I don't really know what Blade Runner 2049 is about.
No, but you've at least seen a trailer. Like, you have something to go off of here. He literally has nothing. He doesn't even have a title of the movie.
But they could have showed me nothing and just told me it was coming out this year, and I still would have put Blade Runner on my list.
But it's a sequel to Blade Runner. It's not a Blade Runner mythology film that really has nothing to do with Blade Runner. Like, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, but it just that's the confusing part for me, is because we really know nothing about this movie at all.
It's Cloverfield. Hey, if they came out with another movie and it said, what is it, Kung Fu Hustle 2018, I would be right there on the top. I absolutely love Kung Fu Hustle, and if it has anything to do with the first Kung Fu Hustle, yes, I want it. If they had Kung Pao 2019, yes, sign me up. I want that.
They would be connected, though. 10 Cloverfield Lane really had nothing to do at all with Cloverfield.
Agreed, and it was effing awesome.
Okay,
it was effing awesome.
That doesn't mean anything, because the new Cloverfield is going to have nothing to do with the other two, and you're already saying it's your number 4 most anticipated film of the year over all
I can't
stuff
wait
that
to
has
see
been
what they do with it.
Solidified, and you know what you're getting, to just some mystery film.
I can't wait to see what they do with it.
All right.
Whether if it's connected or if it's not connected, I'm excited.
Cool.
I'm just glad you didn't pick like the Great Wall or something as number 4.
He hasn't finished his top 5 yet, Bet.
Yeah, I got 3 more, buddy.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. Well, Number 3 is your number 5, Don. So that is Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Pat, was it you're like number 9 or something?
7.
7, yeah.
I don't know what a Ragnarok is.
It's the end of the world.
You say
I
that,
don't know,
but I
man.
feel like it's another Infinity Gym. So
That's
the
not-
Ragnarok, and it's gonna have like it's gonna have like Thanos at the end. And he's gonna be like, "Yo, someone get my coffee," and they're gonna be like, "No one around." And he's gonna be like, "I'll have to do it myself," and he's gonna have to go get his coffee, and that's how I feel it's gonna end.
I love how you made Thanos like black right there. I gotta do myself.
Is that a black voice I did?
I think it was.
I was trying to make him seem like a badass, menacing
okay.
villain, but there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So
But,
you're trying to say that he has to be black to be a badass menacing villain?
Damn right.
Wow, Pat. Every one of these, he always goes there.
So racist.
What's that about Flash again?
Bazinga.
This boy Flash.
Ba-doom,
Ew.
ba-doom.
But dude, I mean, something about Thor, and then seeing like the Hulk is my number 1 favorite superhero, legit, and I love what's his name? What's that? What's the actor? Freaking, I just space his name. Who's Banner? The actor?
Oh,
Don?
Mark Ruffalo.
Ruffalo, yes. I love Ruffalo as freaking Banner, and he's just a great actor by himself, and I love seeing him on screen. So like even without Hulk, I love him. But the fact that we may be getting like some nods of Planet Hulk, which again, absolutely loved that comic. You know, whether Thor goes to Sakarsson to do this duel, if Thor actually goes to Sakarsson to do this duel, oh my freaking god, I'm gonna go nuts. But I doubt he will, or Sakaar, I'm sorry. And I will lose my shit. But whether or not Thor versus
Sakaar.
That's why he loses his hammer, because he'd be beating everyone's ass there if he had his hammer. So they're gonna take it away from him for that fleeting moment.
Just the potential of this movie, like to see Helia, and we're going to get in. It's just so exciting. We get to see what freaking happened. Like, did Loki like judo chop Odin in the back of the neck and lock him up in the cellar? Like, what the fuck happened?
No, he
banished
him to Earth. He made him a bum in New York City.
They fired him, took all his money away, made him homeless.
Made him a homeless bum in New York City. That's why
with
they
a
got
golden
to go
eye patch.
That's why they got to
Golden
go to
eye patch.
Benedict Cumberbatch and get Doctor Strange's help to find him.
Okay. That sucks. Poor Odin. He kind of looks homeless too. I swear though, behind his eye patch is like the last Infinity Gem.
Yep.
I love that idea. I think that's very.
I do
very
too. It was the
cool.
greatest idea ever, peeps.
It's behind his eye patch. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm super stoked for Thor Ragnarok. I can't wait. Yes, so number 2, funny, I think every year we do this, but we have one solid movie that's exactly the same all the way across, and that is Star Wars. So we all share our thoughts and love with it. Nothing else I can really add to it that you guys haven't already said. I mean, Pat, you said you can't wait to see, some characters pop up that were in the last movie that didn't get that much love, like kind of like Phasma too. Like maybe she's actually a badass. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Instead of just like, don't put me in the trash compactor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. To find out, does Finn have any kind of force potential? Probably doesn't, but
No, I think he does, dude. I think he does.
That's what I'm saying. I'd
It'd
be
be so
too.
awesome if he did.
Oh my
Nope.
god! Don't get me started. To
Nope.
potentially see the Warriors of Ren or whatever, like, oh my gosh, dude!
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Knights of
like
Ren.
so much Knights of Ren. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just nerdgasm all over the place. I got to clean this up in a little bit, but yes. Oh, dude, Star Wars. This is shit. They got me so pumped for the last one, and but it didn't make my number 1. And this movie I haven't mentioned yet that I'm sure you guys, don't really, not too shocked. That's my number 1, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy. That
Really?
took my number.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's Warcraft 2 that's coming out too. Now Guardians, it's probably, it's right there with my number 1 all-time favorite Marvel movie, right next to The Winter Soldier. But like, still, I still to this day, like that's one of the few films I still just pop in, and like I still kind of snicker and laugh at a lot of the scenes that happen in it. Like the first Guardians is just so freaking good. It's so good, so damn good, and might get a little bit more of a Gamora, actually, her deadliest woman in the universe. You might actually get to see that a little bit more in this movie, and yeah, everything else that we could potentially see. I know we're not going to really see an Adam Warlock. No one's really heard anything of it, and that was like one of the big things everybody was talking about with the last movie is, oh, there's a Cocoon, Adam Warlock's free. But I don't know, it's just they had so much fun with the last one, and that's again why I like it. They can make it serious and then be like ridiculously fun at the same time. And Guardians, like it's the little baby Groot, it's just
it's the best. It's the best, dude.
Iron Groot.
And it's potential spoilers, but in the comics, every time Groot comes back, he's always this teeny tiny little baby until like the most serious battle happens and like everybody's like getting their ass kicked, and out of nowhere he goes from baby Groot to giant 9-foot Groot, like I am Groot, and just starts fucking people up, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
That'd be cool.
Can
to do that in the movie.
not.
It probably is what they're gonna do, because he's got to be normal size for Infinity War.
I would hope so. Yeah, but
he just goes up Thanos' nose.
He's like,
and that too. I mean, just Thanos. He's my favorite.
I say this: Thanos is gonna kill everybody. There's no way he's just gonna kill everybody.
Yep, and then they're gonna use the time gem and go backwards and just reset the timeline.
Because there's no way any of them are gonna beat Thanos together. They just don't have the superpowers to do it. He's dead. Everyone's dead. Everyone.
That's why there's going to be like 65 of them in the
Still not enough.
Four.
Still not enough. Once he gets that gauntlet, nothing's stopping him.
Nope. Then they'll do the DC crossover.
All right. Well, there you have it. Our top 10 most anticipated films of the year. Exciting stuff all the way around. Let's do a quick recap. So for me, coming in number 10, it's War for the Planet of the Apes. Number 9 is Wonder Woman. Number 8 is Logan. Number 7 is The Fate of the Furious. Number 6 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 5 is Thor Ragnarok. Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 3 is Transformers The Last Night. Number 2 is Star Wars Episode 8. And number 1 is Justice League. So over here for Peeps, we got his number 10 is Kingsman The Golden Circle. Number 9 is Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales. Number 8 is Justice League. Number 7 is John Wick Chapter 2. Number 6 is War for the Planet of the Apes. Number 5 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 4 is the untitled Cloverfield Project that gets his number 4 spot without any trailer or anything going with it. But Cloverfield 2017 comes in number 4. Number 3 is Thor Ragnarok. Number 2 is Star Wars Episode 8. And his number 1 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And the top 10 for Geeky Pat. Number 10 is Blade Runner 2049. Number 9 is The Fate of the Furious. Number... You can't just start singing, little girl. Sorry about that. My daughter just started singing a song in the background. So let me recap. Sorry, Geeky Pat. Number 10 was Blade Runner 2049. Number 9 was The Fate of the Furious. Number 8 was Logan. Number 7 was Thor Ragnarok. Number 6 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 5 is John Wick Chapter 2. Number 4 is Wonder Woman. Number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 2 is Star Wars Episode 8. And number 1, like myself, we have good taste, The Justice League at number 1. So there you go, guys. The top 10 most anticipated films of 2017 from 3 of your favorite pundits on the interwebs, your Red Dragons Assemble team. So I'd like to thank the Red Dragons Assemble team for joining me tonight for this very special Am I Still on the Air? You could follow Geeky Pat over here at geeky_Pat, and you can check out his show This Week with the Geek over on reddragonsradio.com. And over to my left, you got Peeps. You can follow him on Twitter at 4mypeoples, and it's with the number 4. And his show, The People's Forum, is kind of on hiatus right now. It's waiting to see if it's been picked up for another season by Red Dragons Radio. I think it will be, but it's going to take a little bit of time. But keep an eye out for when his show comes back. It's a great show, The People's Forum. Look for it on reddragonsradio.com. And, of course, for myself, Am I on the Air? You know, your weekly one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest in entertainment news. You could find us at amiontheair.com and reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. You, of course, can listen to this show, Am I Still on the Airs, the regular Am I on the Airs, all on amiontheair.com, reddragonsradio.com, Spreaker, Stitcher, Google Play Music, TuneIn, and of course iTunes if that floats your boat. So lots of places to pick it up. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to these movies as much as I am. And hey, what are your most anticipated films? You know, if you listen to the show, I would love to hear what your maybe top 5 is. What's your number 1? I would love to hear it from you guys. So please tweet at us at Am I on the Air. Let us know what's your most anticipated film of 2017. So appreciate you one more time. Thanks to my guest. And until next time, y'all. Peace!
Red Dragons!